If you've ever crushed it on a demo account and then switched to live and watched that same strategy fall apart, this isn't a pep talk. This is the real explanation, because a lot of traders get trapped here for years. They blame everything outside of themselves, the market, the broker spreads, liquidity, sessions, anything but the one variable that actually changed: them. And that misunderstanding alone can keep you stuck in a loop of losses. Quick thing, if this helps you even a little, hit the like button. It tells me to make more videos like this, and it helps the channel reach more traders who need it. Here's what's happening. On demo, trading feels smooth, quiet, almost effortless. You look at the chart like it's a problem to solve, not a threat to survive. You spot a setup, enter, and let it play out. No tension, no urgency, no attachment. You're not hoping, praying, or staring at the profit-loss number like your life depends on it. You're simply executing the plan. That's why demo results feel like proof you've finally figured it out. Then you go live, and suddenly the entire experience changes. The chart looks the same, but your body doesn't react the same. Your breathing shifts, your shoulders tighten, your focus narrows. You start watching the money flicker instead of reading the structure. Decisions feel heavier, time feels faster, and the smallest movement against you feels louder than it should. Most traders think that means something went wrong, but nothing went wrong. Something got exposed. Demo removes consequence, live brings it back. And the moment consequences enter the room, your behavior changes on a biological level. On demo, there's no real danger. Loss doesn't hurt. There's no emotional penalty, no threat signal, nothing your nervous system needs to defend against. That's why your thinking stays calm. That's why rule following feels natural. That's why patience feels easy. In demo, you're operating from logic. In live trading, the switch flips. As soon as real money is involved, your brain labels the situation differently. It's no longer practice. It's no longer abstract. It becomes personal. And here's the key. Your brain doesn't react to risk like a spreadsheet does. It reacts to the possibility of loss, not the probability. That's why traders say, "I know what I'm supposed to do, I just can't do it." The knowledge isn't missing. Control is. On demo, you don't need control because you don't feel threatened. On live, control becomes an obsession. Think about how you act when a demo trade goes against you. You notice it, but it doesn't hijack your mind. You don't feel embarrassed. You don't feel stupid. You let the trade breathe because the plan says so. Now think about a live trade going against you. Your mind instantly starts talking. What if this keeps dropping? What if this wipes out today's gains? What if I got the entry wrong? What if I should have waited? What if I just move the stop a little? What if I close now and re-enter later? That voice isn't clean analysis. It's anxiety wearing a logic mask, and the market punishes that over and over again. On demo, you trade probabilities. On live, you start trading outcomes, and that shift destroys consistency. A lot of traders believe discipline means forcing yourself to obey the rules, but that's not real discipline. That's internal war. Real discipline is when following the plan feels easier than breaking it. Demo makes that easy. Live makes it hard because live attaches identity to outcomes. On demo, a loss doesn't mean anything about you. On live, a loss can feel like a statement about your intelligence, your patience, your self-control, your worth. And once a trade becomes a reflection of who you are, you stop executing cleanly. That's why traders can handle 20 demo losses like nothing, but spiral after a single live loss. The loss isn't the real problem. The meaning you attach to it is. And this is where people get stuck. They keep tweaking the strategy, adding filters, switching indicators, changing time frames. But the strategy usually isn't what's breaking. Their behavior changes under pressure. Pressure isn't a glitch in trading, it's the environment. If pressure wasn't part of it, everybody would be profitable. Demo also tricks you about patience. On demo, waiting feels neutral. You don't feel time slipping. You don't feel like you're falling behind. On live, waiting feels expensive. Every minute without a trade feels like missed money. Every setup you miss feels like profit you should have had. That scarcity mindset pushes you into forced entries you would never take on demo. And the irony is brutal. The market rewards patience and punishes urgency. Demo gives you patience automatically. Live forces you to earn it. Another silent killer is position sizing. On demo, even when traders think they're being conservative, the emotional impact of loss is basically zero. So their brain learns, this amount of risk is fine. Then live hits and suddenly that same drawdown feels unbearable. A normal pullback feels like a disaster, and instead of adjusting systematically, traders react emotionally. They randomly cut size, then randomly increase it to make it back, then switch behavior trade to trade. Consistency disappears. That's why so many people say, I was profitable on demo but couldn't do it live. They weren't trading the same system. They were trading the same rules with a completely different nervous system. Here's the truth most people never hear. Live trading isn't about making money first. It's about learning to sit in discomfort without reacting. Profit comes later. Most traders flip that order and they pay for it. So if this is hitting home, stay with it. This video isn't here to hype you up. It's here to slow you down enough to recognize the real problem. Demo shows you what your strategy could do. Live shows you what you do under pressure. If those two don't match, that's not failure, that's feedback. And the traders who make it long-term don't find the perfect strategy. They build tolerance. They shrink size until live feels emotionally close to demo. They judge success by execution, not outcome. They treat early live trading as training, not income. Because slow is stable, fast is fragile. And once you accept that trading is a psychological game before it's a technical one, everything changes. You stop searching for magic. You stop blaming the market. You stop trying to feel perfect. You focus on execution. And execution is boring, repetitive, emotionally neutral. That's where consistency lives. If you can execute when it feels boring, when it feels uncomfortable, when it feels like nothing is happening, you can execute when it matters. That's the real edge. Let this sit for a minute before you rush to fix anything. Awareness comes before adjustment. The market rewards the trader who can stay present under pressure. Thanks for watching.